The internet is full of people showing you their Sunday reset routines, and I don't know about you, but they just make me feel bad. They make me feel like I should be doing more, that I should be being more productive, that I should be doing more with myself, and that my energy levels should be higher. And that's not always the case. Also, I don't want to be spending my final day off of the week doing a million chores and feeling exhausted. I'm Maria and I'm trying to change my life over the next 12 months. And I'm documenting this so I can show other people just what goes into changing your life and all the different ways you can do it in real time with a real average person, which is me. I've been really working on getting a Sunday reset routine that feels like it suits me, that feels like I'm not kind of struggling through, or that I'm not trying to mirror someone else's reset routine who perhaps has a different job to me, has different responsibilities, has a different home size, etc. So, what I'm doing instead is I'm trying to cover off a few different areas of my life on a Sunday with the sole intention of making Monday, as in tomorrow, and next week easier. This isn't about trying to change my life. This isn't about getting everything done that's on my to do list. This is just thinking about tomorrow and the few days after tomorrow to make them feel lighter and easier. When you work this way, expectations are smaller and it really just takes the pressure off. This isn't about trying to be the best that you can be. This is just about trying to get through. And sometimes that's all we're trying to do is just get through. And do you know what? If you don't have the energy levels next Sunday to do all the things that you did this Sunday, that is also fine. Or if you have more energy than you did this Sunday, next Sunday, and you want to do more, then that is also fine. But it's about listening to yourself, trying to get the bare minimum done. And then if you've got energy for any more than that, then that's great. But we just want to cover off a few things, yeah, to make next week better, basically. And just a bit of a heads up, the things that you do don't have to be productive. They don't have to be productivity tasks. A couple of them might want to be because you might just want to prep for a couple of things for tomorrow or for the week ahead. But it's also about taking time for yourself and making sure that you feel rested and relaxed and that you feel ready for the week ahead, because this is your last day off of the week if you work a regular Monday to Friday 9 to 5. So you want to make sure that you're making time for yourself. So enough waffling on. Let's jump into the 5 things I like to try and do every Sunday that make my week ahead feel easier. Starting off with number 1, I like to try and clear the mental clutter. What I mean by this is I like to try and take a notepad and pen or your notes app on your phone. I like a notepad, to be honest with you. It helps me just kind of scribble things out. Make myself a cup of tea or coffee and just sit down for 15-20 minutes and write down everything that is on my mind. This might just be worries that I've got, things that are happening next week, things I need to do right now. But by getting it all out of my head, it's kind of not a jumble sale in there anymore. I'm able to put these things on a piece of paper and maybe make some order out of them. When I've got everything on a piece of paper, I can then start prioritizing what's important, maybe schedule things in for later on in the week rather than spending my mental energy stressing about them now on a Sunday when really that thing doesn't matter till Wednesday, Thursday. By kind of getting it out on a piece of paper and then allowing myself to schedule to worry about that on Wednesday in my calendar, that puts that to bed and I can kind of carry on with the things that are more immediate that need my attention now. The reason I like this to be the first task of the day is because I don't want to go through the rest of my Sunday with lots of stress, with lots of things running around my head, feeling like I need to do them all now. I just like to get it all off my chest in the morning or all out of my head in the morning and get on with the rest of my day. The next thing I like to do is reset my physical space, and I'm absolutely not talking about a deep clean of my whole house, not today. If you have the energy for that, then good for you. I see so many videos of people online clearing out their whole house, like doing the deepest clean of their whole lives every Sunday. And power to those people. But on a Sunday, I'm knackered. I want to take some time for myself, but I just want to make sure that my house has some order to it so that it's functional and makes me want to do stuff. So, a few things I like to do is to maybe run the hoover around, make sure the dishwasher's loaded, perhaps get a load of washing on, a load of laundry on, and get that out to dry. And then if I've got any energy left for anything else, then absolutely I'll go ahead and do that. But just kind of getting a few key things done around the house makes things feel a little bit more organized. I mentioned actually in a previous video about keeping certain areas of my home tidy at all times. You know, they only take a few minutes every day. And this actually really helps with the kind of reset on a Sunday and making sure places are clean and tidy, because really, if you're kind of keeping up with it throughout the week and spending a few minutes every day just reorganizing a place and keeping it in good working order, then this step really doesn't take long at all and it makes your life a hell of a lot easier. The third thing I like to do is research the week ahead. And I don't mean prep for the week ahead, I mean literally research for the week ahead. So there might be a few key things that you want to check depending on what kind of lifestyle you lead. But first and foremost, I like to check the weather. What is the weather going to be looking like this week? Is it going to rain? Is it going to be really hot? Is it going to be cold? You know, those types of things are really helpful, because if it's going to rain, then I can go and dig my umbrella out and put it somewhere that's easy to reach. If it's going to be really cold, I can go and find my big coat out of the wardrobe upstairs and bring it downstairs so it's ready to go in the morning. And if it's going to be hot, then I can make sure that I've got some outfits prepped that are going to lean into that warm weather, so that I'm not hunting around for my little vest top or a certain dress on a Monday morning. um, these types of things are really helpful, because they might only take 5 minutes, but they save you 5 minutes in the morning. And I but truly believe that 5 minutes in the morning while you're trying to get ready is absolutely not the same as 5 minutes on a Sunday afternoon when you've got nothing else to do. They feel so different. So just spend the 5 minutes now, go find what you need to prep for the week ahead and get it done. Another thing I like to do is make sure that I've got enough petrol. Do I have enough petrol for the week ahead? And again, I don't need to go and get it now. If I've got a spare 5-10 minutes to go get some petrol now, then great. But actually, it's just about the knowledge of that. Do I have enough petrol for the morning? No. Okay, well, I mentally know now that I need to leave 5 minutes earlier tomorrow. So it just preps me for that, instead of getting in my car in the morning when I'm already flustered and running late and thinking, oh my God, now I need to go get petrol. The fourth thing I like to do is prep for tomorrow. Can you pack your laptop and notebook and pens and whatever else up into your work bag, put it by the door so that it's ready to go in the morning? Because that's going to save you 5-6 minutes. And as I've just mentioned, 5-6 minutes in the morning is very, very different to 5 or 6 minutes now. Can you prep your breakfast or lunch tomorrow? Maybe make yourself some overnight oats, boil some eggs, whatever you need to do for your breakfast tomorrow. You know, put a salad together or a sandwich for your lunch tomorrow, instead of spending, £6 on a meal deal from prep. Is it even £6 anymore? It's probably much more than that. But you get the drift, right? If you're prepared now, it feels much easier tomorrow. You're more likely to make better choices in the morning, because the choices really have already been made for you by someone who has a little bit more time on their hands, i.e., you today. Also, can you choose your outfit for tomorrow now? Again, this takes no time, but in the morning when you're standing there in your towel and you're dripping all over the floor and you're like, oh my God, where is this? Where is that? That's so stressful. Choose the outfit tonight or today so that it's ready for tomorrow. And do you know what? If you've got a little bit of extra time, choose a few outfits for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well. And then you're saving yourself even more time. Last but not least, take some time for yourself. I know that's so cringe to say, and everyone says it, but I feel like not enough people are intentionally doing this. And when I say take some time for yourself, I don't necessarily mean laying on the sofa feeling like you need to do stuff and instead just spend the day scrolling on your phone, because that's not taking time for yourself. That's just procrastinating all the things that you need to do and then making yourself feel bad. So instead, be intentional about how you're spending your time. Go for a walk outside at the local park, go and read a book in your garden, or just make yourself a cup of coffee and sit in your living room with a window open, for example. Watch your favourite movie or your favourite TV show. Call your best friend and have a little gossip for half an hour. This is your last day off before the week ahead ensues, so just make sure that you genuinely are taking some time for yourself to have a breather, do something that you love, something that you don't have time for in the week, and just focus on yourself. As I've mentioned, not every single week is going to be perfect. You might have plans, you might not have the energy, you might have more energy, but I've found over the last couple of weeks that really focusing on these 5 key areas has made a massive difference to my life. My Mondays don't feel as stressful because I've kind of covered off a lot of the stuff already. I've taken a lot of the mental load off of Monday and also some of the weekdays as well. I feel like Sundays go a little bit slower, which is exactly what you want to happen when it's your last day off of the week. The worst part of Sundays sometimes is that they just seem to go so fast, and before you know it, you're heading to bed waiting for Monday to start. So, actually, by getting off your phone, spending some more time intentionally, the day drips by a lot slower, and you feel like you can take a breath and actually do some of the stuff that you really genuinely enjoy and love, whilst prepping for the week ahead and feeling less stressed about what's to come too. I hope you found this helpful. I try and post videos every week to give you updates on how my little experiment of trying to change my life over the next 12 months is going. So far, this is my fourth video, so I'm very proud of myself. I've never got this far before. So if you haven't already, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It means everything to me, and I will see you in the next one.